was thinking back I think I mentioned to you at the end of seasons that I'd been second in 4 decades so far. First one was in 1992 when, I'd just finished the 470 Olympic trials crewing. I was meant to be working at home on the house for the week, doing some home improvements, and somebody phoned me up and said, "Oh, I've hurt my arm, I can't sail, I've entered the nationals, there's a boat down here for free if you want to come down." It was like an unbelievable offer. So I upset everybody at home by not doing the house improvements. And when I did the solo nationals, and that was at, not Mounts Bay, but no, Penzance. That was awesome, an awesome experience. And I think at the time I was probably still thinking of myself as a Europe sailor, because I was hopping in and out of Europe's whilst doing 470s. And so it was a lot of fun downwind. Really hard work upwind. I think at the time it was a needle spar mast, a wooden boat. And I'd get to the windward mark at about 10th, but somehow managed to finish at the leeward mark in the top few. And that was the second, my first second. I loved it. And then 2006, I'd actually bought a Winder, one of the new Winder solos, Mark 1. I think I must have done a couple of solo events, just either borrowed a boat or taken a boat. And I realised I was pretty overpowered. And I got Tim Rush to do me a sail. And I used a very bendy rig. And it was an absolute fantastic quick machine in a breeze. And I guess I was at the fairly height of my radial sailing experience, laser radial sailing experience at that stage. I was pre-hiking fit, and I remember, pretty much throwing the nationals away in the first four or five races, because I think I led every race but capsized at the last drive mark in a few of them. But in the end, when the wind went light, that bendy rig and the sail really didn't work at all, and I think I had two big drops towards the end of the week when it went light. But in the big breezes, it was just fantastic. And in 2008, I don't know, for some reason I seem to be so interested in doing the solo nationals. I probably still am now. In 2008, I took a GRP composite solo to the nationals and had a very strange rig at the time with no tapering by Selden. It didn't quite work, and I was struggling for speed all week till finally I picked up a Fat Boy Slim needle spar that somebody had used to win a few races but had broken the gooseneck, and I changed the gooseneck and you went out and won the last race. And that was the nationals where I came fifth. 2014 was Brightlingsea, and at that nationals I came second again. Now that year I'd actually think I'd sailed the solo quite a bit. I'd actually got one, I'd club raced it. I'd got a sail design that we'd got, a string sail we'd made, and I'd really put a lot of effort into that one. And I guess had a small chance of winning with the last race to go, but the quality of solo fleet is excellent. There's lots of ex-Olympic Finn sailors and such like sailing. And that was the one won by Charlie Cumley, and he was head and shoulders better than me the whole week, to be honest. In fact, going into the last race, I think he could have sailed me out for second if he wanted to and still won the regatta. And it was only when he capsized in that last race that I had half a chance of winning it. But I was really pleased to have beat Andy Davis, because he's a legend in the class as well. In my first nationals, I lost to Jeff Carveth. In the second nationals, I lost to Jamie Lee, who was a Olympic Finn sailor. Charlie was dominant again in 2008, and 2014 again was Charlie. So I've sailed against quite a few of the top sailors over the 4 decades. Comparing it to a Europe or a laser, well, the most comfortable boat to sail for my weight and size is probably the Europe, because I'm, in the right sort of region at 75 kilos for Europe. But I think the laser is probably the most uncomfortable boat you can possibly sail. And I think the solo is a really comfy boat to sit in compared to the Laserfish Shore, where you can sit in it. But Europe, I guess, is a little space cramped. But actually, the truth is, when you tack a solo with a bit of rake on and some kicker, I think there's less room because you've got a centerboard case between you and the boom when you tack than in Europe. So yeah, the boats are similar speeds actually. The Laser Radial, the Europe and the Solo are all pretty similar speeds. I think the Europe has a bit of a footing mode, and I've come a cropper trying to do a foot upwind in a Solo because it doesn't go any quicker. You've just got to carry on taking the shifts and waiting for the next one to come back your way. If you're on the outside of it, you can't do much about it. Or if you're on a inside of a big lift, you can't really foot to try and press over other people because, well, especially at my weight, I can't do that. Yeah, similar speed boats. I guess similar tactics downwind with all three. Take the waves and keep it moving. Keep avoiding the bricks on the way downwind, and upwind try and sail over the bricks. And in that way, I think I like the Solo upwind because it has got a very effective, push-pull on the rudder to try and lighten the bow and sail over the waves. Moving on to fitness regime. Well, currently, I guess I'm swimming 2,000 meters on a Monday, a Wednesday, and a Friday. I'm doing a core workout, Les Mills, if you ever know that. I do an online, on-demand thing. I pay 120 quid a year, and I can play it on a computer and have the music booming out in our dining room, which is no longer a dining room, it's a gym. And I can do that for 30 minutes, and that's probably normally done on a Tuesday and a Thursday. Possibly another day is squeezed in as well. That's a really, really good workout for your core. I'll change the swimming to a bit more cycling in the summer, and actually that's pretty much holds me together. I think without the core workout, I think my body would fall apart. The swimming doesn't really do just a fair amount of aerobics. A bit of the cycling does the legs a bit more, but the core workout just stops the whole body from breaking. And of course, when I'm not swimming or I'm not, when I do a core workout, the days I do a core workout, I usually jump on the rowing machine and do a 5,000, or if I'm feeling keen, a 10,000 meter row. Not particularly quick, because I'm a bit short in the body. And tall people can pull the old roll for a lot longer than little short people like me. But I do. I always think the rowing is good for my knee and good for my strength. Wish I had a better speed at the end of it, but still. Abersock can be amazing. The sea breeze can come in as you look from the club, and it confuses me at times, but as you look from the club, the sea breeze can come from the right to the left. And that's basically going towards the Welsh mainland shore. So the sea breeze doesn't quite come in correctly at the club, but that doesn't matter, because what you could also have, and it depends on the time of the week, you could also have the current coming the opposite way, sweeping around the bay. So you have wind against tide. The waves are fantastic, and that really does play to the benefits of those with good downwind technique, which I'm hoping is this week. I remember at Laser Nationals there once when in marginal conditions downwind, I remember just, the runs took forever, and I could go from not a great position to take the lead again just on those lovely long downwinds against the current. That would be my favourite condition if we would have it at Abersock. Wind against tide and marginal downwind, so that I can utilise the waves. So expectations. My expectations. Well, I guess I'm going to be second again. And that to be honest is well beyond probably what I deserve to even think of myself, because I've not sailed the Solo much in the last few years. At the end of seasons last year, I think apparently I put the mast in the wrong place, so I did make it quite hard on myself. But I'd love to think I could get onto a podium position again, and who knows? I don't know. I might get back on the podium again, but if I did, it would be second in the fourth decade. That's suggesting I'm going to come second, which of course I might be coming third. I don't know, who knows. Lots of good sailors there. We'll see. Thoughts on the Ginger solo and rig choice? Right. Well, I'm dead excited about using the Ginger solo. It's got a great shape. Actually, I think I tend to think of it as a great shape for the bigger sailors. So it'd be interesting to find out whether it's a great shape for the lighter sailors too. I remember David McGregor nearly winning that Nationals back in 2008. He won 3 races in that Nationals in light winds, and he was a big chap. So it could be. I think the hull shape is great for the heavier sailors in the fleet, but I don't know. It's not slow. David McGregor was a bit slow downwind that week, but he was terribly quick upwind. And hopefully I can, with my little bit of extra less weight than David McGregor, I can be nice and fast downwind. So that'll be interesting. Rig choice, I'm probably going to go down the D plus no sleeve for the Nationals, and at the moment I'm probably going to end up using one of the standard HD or hide sails for the Nationals. I imagine I'm going to end up using a HD Max probably for the Nationals. That'll be interesting to see whether the no sleeve option is what I really need. I've tried the Kappa in the past and I didn't like it as much as the D plus, and a D plus without a sleeve puts it back in the right weight range. So that could be the mast for me for the Nationals. I know the M2 is also quite popular, and it'll be interesting to compare. Yeah, I'm just looking forward to it as a championships with no stress. I'm not trying to upset anybody's apple cart, and I do love sailing the solo in a championship venue that I like, and Abersock is one of those fantastic championship venues. I'm looking forward to those days when you have sea breezes and wind against tide. It'd be superb. Lots of a really quick upwind and a really long downwind. That would really sort of